back to the channel. So for today we're going to have standard deck tech from one of the previously concluded Capenna championships, wherein the champion deck was Dragon Storm, or we call it the EZ Dragons, with lots of shenanigans to pump it with almost unlimited treasures. But for today's topic, we're going to go with some of the best decks of that event, and I've chosen today this sort of a 4-color, or from the visuals of it, it's like a Naya Reanimator deck. And why is it called as Reanimator? Because of this card, which we call it as the Invoke Justice. So this is a 5 to cast sorcery, almost 4 of white and 1 of any color, wherein you can return a target permanent from your graveyard to your battlefield and then distribute 4 plus encounters among any number of creatures and or vehicles target player controls. So its current cost is basically just an average of about maybe does not even cost $1 for its price in the market. But given its power, if you get to construct a right deck list for it, it is basically a very powerful spell to result in the game. So given the setup, we're going to go through the land choices, the spells, and other support cards that was given in the deck. So first up, we go with the reanimation targets. We call it the Reanimator. It was played by Kevin Mittertreiner. Its targets are 4 Obs of Titan of Ministry and Velomachus Lorehold from Strixhaven. So we go first with the Titan. It is a 7 to cast 7/7, which the cost doesn't really matter. Let's just go with the enters the battlefield effect, in which you can choose 2 of its abilities. You can destroy an artifact or enchantment. You can gain life. You can create a a 4/4 green Rhino creature token, and putting a shield counter on a target creature you control. So basically, you can put up a 7/7 which in trample, but with shield counter, basically you can just protect yourself or another relevant creature in your board, or just add another creature for like a 4/4 example for more stall developments, and also a threat on its own. And partnered with it is Velomachus Lorehold. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with what it does since before its Strixhaven's days. It is a 5/5 for 7, wherein it can basically attack, flying, vigilance, haste. But what is more interesting is its triggered ability, wherein it attacks, look at the top 7 cards of library, and cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to the Velomachus power. So 5 equal to 5 or less than 5, and play them without paying its mana cost. For the rest, you will put in the bottom of the library in a random order. So basically, you can cast Velomachus attacking. You can basically cast or choose Invoke Justice from the top card of the library and play it during your turn as it attacks. So basically, you can have another target, like resolving a Titan or reanimating a Titan from your graveyard, or you can just cast any other spell, such as other removals, or maybe this one, moving down the house, and the like. So, but the good target here is should be able to resolve Invoke Justice to return a Titan of Ministry from your graveyard. So how do you put this first in your graveyard? You can ask this by having spells such as this one, Big Scores. This current basically Izet's new toy in terms of creating tokens, treasure tokens, and drawing cards, since it only has 1 red for its mana cost, as compared to the one which we call it the Unexpected Windfall. It's basically the same function, but having 2 red might at times be a problem in our deck, especially since it's 3 colors. So it's more prioritized. The Big Score is having 4 copies each, and the Windfall only 1 copy. So aside from that, we can also have discard effects with Seize the Spoils, which also creates treasure tokens, and the second, the Saga counter from Fable the Mirror Breaker, wherein you can discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. And at the same time, if you want to hold the board early on, you have Doomscar to sweep. Warding down the house also an option for threats. We have spot removals and Flame Blessed Bolt and Dragon's Fire for its 3 damage, and if you have a dragon in your hand, you may reveal it and deals it equal to its power to that creature or which one? This is creature. This creature damage to creature or planeswalker equal to its power. So basically, if you can reveal Willimakos, you will have Dragon's Fire, deal 5 damage instead. So for the mana fixing, we have lots of pathways to go with the deck, along with 4 copies of Jeter's Guardian as the Naya as its core, or Cabaret as its core colors. Then we're going to splash along other related pathways and slow lands with Southern Pass. So with the support, if we go long game, we have the Wandering Emperor and Ymira's Call, or hard cast on it for hovering to 4/4 white Angel Warrior creature tokens with flying to extend your board to have another threat. So for the sideboard, basically it's going to be a mid-range slow deck. So the switching to the sideboard is very important, especially against other control decks or basically for aggro and setup. So you have Portable Hole as an added support for aggro. Maybe Arlen can be a good addition for producing threats in wolves and also having to extend mana for hardcast spells. Well, it's Domin's Fury version. And we also have Archon Emeria for having against EZ, in which you cannot cast more than one spell each turn, and then basic lands, the enters place, comes with tap, and also it is a 2/3 flying on itself. You can punch in a few points of damage as you get to establish your board. In addition, we have the Wandering Emperor. Aside from the main deck of 1 copy, we also have another 1 copy for Planeswalker support. Balrog stands basically for against other, maybe for mono green, for other big creatures with 4 toughness or greater, and also be able to grant your Willimakos Lorehold indestructibility if given a time. But basically for control, we have Elite Spellbinders to take other hands and delay their relevant spells, and also having a 3/1 attacker for a threat. In addition, you have 2 copies. I think these are 2 copies of Fleetfoot Dancer, wherein Trample Lifelink in its haste is a good ability to 4-up with the 4th turn and a 4/4 power in itself. So overall, you think that this is a good deck to prefer in your build. You would want to try it on MTG Arena, MTG Online. You can basically export this list from this website, from MTG Top 8, and having that deck for MTGO as a possible list for instant copying of the decks to the platform. So overall, I would suggest this is a very kind of a funky initial deck for the meta game, but if ever you get to want to play this, then just check me out in the comments and what are your other observations or something else that I haven't mentioned on this deck tech. So that's about it for this Reanimator deck by Kevin Werther for standard from Capenna Championships. If you like this video and you want more MTG content, you can just comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for Deathmark TV and for more other informations. Of course, with notifications on with this setup. Thank you for watching, and until the next time.